Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Sid's Blue Sky Farm. It's Saturday morning. It's a little overcast. A little bit of rain last night. Nothing to speak of. Just got the ground wet. And you saw me working on this project with these cedar poles right here. Yeah, I probably should have hooked up the tractor and the forks and done that, but it just takes so much time to do that. I thought I could drag them pretty easily. I've got two more to bring down, but they are rather large. So maybe we'll just hang on till this afternoon. At the end of the day, hook the tractor up and get going. We've got a little work to do today on the dock. We're going to extend it out and then just completely sit down and evaluate the landscaping and figure out what we're going to do and move on from there. So hope you'll stick around and watch. I'll turn the camera around on the dock extension project here in just a couple minutes. It's a real steep incline, and you'll see that when I start filming from below the dock. And I'm trying to lessen the worst part of the incline. I'm going to build a little extension. There'll be one step down on the dock. And I think I can build this out so the framework of the dock looks exactly the same from this new addition to the old new part of the dock. So we've got a little cutting, we've got a little digging, and who knows? My plan may be completely sideways, but we're going to take a look at it. Hope you'll stick around because we're going to get this whole thing started up here. See you in a minute. Whoa, that's why we got to fix this. Boy, we almost lost the camera and the camera operator. That's not good. Well, that was a little work. We've gotten these cedar logs that came from down here when we were trimming around the pond. Got them laid out here to just try to break that erosion. You know, people used to terrace fields, or they'd build a rock pile to break up the water. So we're just going to use these timbers. Got the tractor over here, and I learned a hard lesson. You don't pull your tractor straight down toward the pile and get the back end up higher than the front end. Tires just spin, so you don't get out of there. So we're going to spread a little dirt, try to get this stopped up a little bit so that the dirt and water doesn't run out of it. Good enough. I'll give you a quick look of what we've managed to accomplish here. I just wanted to get something in front of those logs. The rain will settle that stuff down. I'll pack some rocks behind all of them just to make sure they've got a little bit of security and keep them from rolling, although they got enough big nubs on them not to do that. And I'm going to try and be disciplined and not drive on this bank. You can see where the tires of the tractor and the tires of the side-by-side just cut this wet dirt up. We don't need that, so I'm going to try to stay on the low side when I'm driving. Ground's a little harder there. I spent most of this morning figuring out how to complete this dock. I put that little extension on it. There's a rough made step. I'll have to do a little bit more work on that. Clean it up a little bit. But we've got it extended. I think now the worst part of that drop is something we can backfill with a little dirt, some rock. Make it just a little bit easier to get out on it. But I like it. I like the way it turned out. And hopefully that's the last work on the dock for a while. Over here on the far side of the cabin, we've got a little bit more path work to do. We'll haul in some gravel and finish off that path. I think I'm just going to stand that board up, put some gravel down, maybe pour a little Quikrete in there for the base, and then just gravel it on top all the way over. It doesn't have to be very fancy. It just needs to be something that's reasonably steady. Might put a little curb on it. And then there's the other cedar logs, just to keep that washing reduced right here under this fence. Well, it's been a busy Saturday morning. Temperatures have been very good. Started to cool off a little bit. We're going down in the 20s again tonight, which is just fine. I think we're in good shape here with the cabin, the ground that we need to work on to begin with. All the trim work is done as well as I'm going to do it. The dock is done as well as I'm going to do it. So it is, as they say, what it is. The next thing on the agenda is going to be the fence and the post for our privacy gate on the driveway. I'm going to work on that tomorrow. We'll come back down here in a few weeks and start working on the insulation on the inside of the cabin. I'm going to put down a 1x4 on top of this very soft wood that's down there. I don't think that'll hold up. So I'll put that down, try to seal it somehow. After we put that floor down, we're going to come back and insulate the inside, probably with foam board. Then we're going to put up outside siding because this cabin is out here by the pond. You know, it's not probably sealed up as well as maybe it should be. I think that will keep it dry. Although with the rains we've had, it is very dry on the inside, so I don't think I'm going to change that. I'll glue that foam board up, so that'll be easy, and then I'll use the studs just to attach the siding. Shouldn't be a really big deal, I don't think. I think that about a lot of things, and it turns out to be a month-long project. But we're going to work on that driveway gate, a little sprinkle action starting here in the pond. That's interesting. Then we're going to replace those broken sections of concrete in the driveway. And I think I've delayed the whole sail thing as long as I can. We've got to put up 6x6 posts. It's going to be a challenge. We'll get those up, get the turnbuckle set, and put the sail up, and then we'll do the landscaping up underneath it. So there's always stuff to do. which is really good. I enjoy doing all of it. But for now, we're going to call it a day because it looks like it's trying to sprinkle a little bit. Maybe we'll get a little more rain. Hope you guys have a great week and a great rest of the weekend. And for now, we are out of here. See you later.